All right, real quick here, I have a demonstration just of the charging system of this ECU here. This is for a Jeep Cherokee. Very simple setup here. I have power, grounds, and I have data going out to my scan tool. I have a little lamp here just so we can visually see when the alternator is coming on. And I have two oscilloscope probes here. This blue one is going to be on the control signal for the driving chip. The red one is for the output of the driving chip, so that's the signal that's going straight to the alternator. What we're going to see is for the blue, we should see a 5-volt control signal that varies based on the duty cycle. The output, we're going to see the same signal, but it's going to be at battery voltage. In this case, I'm using about 12.5 volts, I think. So when I turn 10% on the scan tool there, we should see everything start functioning. The lamp's going to be a little bit dim at first, and the square wave that we see is going to be a little bit smaller. And as we make the duty cycle larger, when we go to 20, 30, 40, and 50, we're going to see that square get bigger on both the control and the output. And we're also going to see the lamp get brighter. Okay, so let's start with 10%. There we go. Again, the blue is the control signal telling the driver chip to turn on the alternator, and the output is the actual battery voltage being sent to the alternator. Okay, so that was 10. Let's go to 20. That looks good. Let's go to 30. That looks good. Let's go to 40. And finally 50. And there we see everything working as it should. Now, this ECU was sent back. It had already been repaired. It was sent back for two specific DTCs, and those DTCs were actually open circuit codes for the alternator. So I'm going to have to say that those are going to be external because as we can see here, everything is working properly. This is the entirety of the alternator circuit connected. And those two open circuit codes, that's most likely going to be a bad ground for the alternator or from the original alternator failing and maybe damaging the wiring that was going to it. But if you continue to have that issue, you're going to really want to check the wiring. But as far as the ECU goes, it's functioning exactly like it's supposed to. And the two DTCs that come with this one, as I was testing, I checked them and they're not present for me. So, I mean, it would have to be some kind of external cause. But anyway, that is done. We'll go ahead and cut it off now. Want to cut the power off and shut everything down.